Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall is located in Taipei City. It was built to commemorate the former president of the Republic of China, Chiang Kai-shek. Since its completion in 1980, it has been one of the important landmarks in Taipei City and a famous tourist attraction in Taiwan internationally. In addition to the main hall and the square, the Memorial Hall also includes the National Theater and the National Concert Hall, making it a great place for people to relax. It also hosts various large-scale cultural and artistic events. In 1975, after the passing of Chiang Kai-shek, the entire nation mourned, and the decision was made to build the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall as an expression of remembrance for him. The planning of the Memorial Hall utilized a 25-hectare land between Zhongshan South Road, Sinyi Road, Hangzhou South Road, and Aigua East Road in Taipei City. The construction included the Memorial Hall itself and several associated projects. These projects include the main entrance gate, the National Concert Hall and National Theater on both sides of the gate, the Liberty Square, the Avenue of Homage, surrounding parks, corridors, and two side entrance gates. The Memorial Hall stands 70 meters high and consists of 2 floors and a roof. The roof, 31.5 meters high, is a double-layered flying eave steel frame structure in the shape of an octagon. The overall construction of the Memorial Hall was undertaken by Retzer Engineering Agency. The groundbreaking ceremony took place on January 15, 1978. Prior to the construction of the structure, the foundation piles were prepared using the reverse circulation pile construction method. The steel reinforcement cages for the piles were prefabricated by welding on-site and then lifted into the pile holes using cranes. The steel cages were joined together by segmented welding, and finally, concrete was poured. After completion, the reverse circulation piles had to undergo load testing, which included 4 types of load tests: 300 tons, 400 tons, 500 tons, and 600 tons. For the construction of the foundation, the heads of the 410 reverse circulation piles underground were chiseled out, the heads of piles were bent flat, and connected to the base reinforcement of the 342 pillars on the first floor above. 2 self-lifting tower cranes were installed on the construction site to facilitate the transportation of materials and equipment for future high-altitude work. The first floor of the structure, which is 14.5 meters high, was constructed using a rapid and precise method called steel cage construction. Steel bars were horizontally arranged on the ground to form column-shaped steel cages, which were then lifted by cranes to the designated positions of the reinforced concrete (RC) columns. After measurement and correction of the positions and angles using theodolites, the steel cages were welded and fixed in place. At the center of the main hall, a concrete pouring machine was installed. For concrete pouring area within a radius of 42 meters, it is the safest, most economical, and fastest. The construction site also had a concrete batching plant with a production capacity of 35 cubic meters per hour to supply the 48,000 cubic meters of concrete required for the structure and ensure the quality of the concrete. The first floor of the Memorial Hall, which is 14.5 meters high, consists of 342 RC columns, and the second floor, which is 24 meters high, has an additional 36 RC columns. Both floors were constructed using the steel cage construction method. All the reinforced concrete columns on the second floor of the Memorial Hall are sandwiched between double-layer walls. The construction of the double-layer walls utilized a specially designed modular formwork system consisting of box-shaped 7-plywood panels, which were fixed with special bolts and iron components. Due to the design of the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, which features reinforced concrete shear walls without structural frames, the second floor has 4 inclined walls that cannot be constructed using ordinary formwork. Instead, specially designed box-shaped formwork was used for construction. To accommodate the inclined walls, double-row steel pipe scaffolding was employed to facilitate construction. The arch-shaped formwork for the main entrance gate frame of the Memorial Hall was precast and then lifted into position and fixed on the gate. The curvature and formwork assembly steps of the circular arch required precise measurements to facilitate the installation of the gate. The installation of the roof steel frame was the most challenging part of the entire construction project. The foundation bolts for securing the steel frame consisted of 8 sets of L-shaped bolts, with each set comprising 4 8-centimeter diameter bolts that were 3 meters long and set at an angle of 120 degrees. The steel reinforcement in the cow leg area was extremely dense, consisting of reinforcing bars with a diameter of at least 10. Installing the foundation bolts in the limited space and adjusting their height, level, vertical angle, and center point was very difficult and required repeated measurements before welding could take place. The 1.5 meter square ring beam reinforcement on the roof was dense, reaching a height of 38.5 meters above the ground and measuring 16.5 meters on each side. It connected the 8 RC columns that bear the weight of the roof, forming a unified structure. Every joint of the double-layer flying eave steel truss on the roof required compliance with China's national standard for first-grade specifications, and it underwent 3 non-destructive testing methods, including radiographic inspection, ultrasonic flaw detection, and magnetic particle inspection. The treasure roof of the steel frame was elevated and supported by the main frame of a concrete pouring machine, using hydraulic jacks and upper zigzag suspension rods to gradually raise it. The treasure roof was lifted in 2 sections using zigzag suspension rods. After adjusting the angle and height with theodolites and spirit levels, the treasure roof temporarily welded to the main frame of the pouring machine. It was then secured with steel cables. The initial installation of the 2 main frames posed the highest risk during lifting and required simultaneous installation of both frames to ensure consistent weight distribution on both sides of the treasure roof. The entire 800-ton steel frame structure, under 24-hour operations, took 5 months to complete, finally achieving smooth and precise installation. After the completion of the main structure, the roof formwork assembly, reinforcement binding, and concrete pouring were carried out. The octagonal roof and double-layer flying eaves slope toward the 8 sides and undergo 2-way curved changes. Thus, precise control of concrete slump was required during pouring. For areas with steep roof slopes, zero-slump concrete jetting method was used, spraying concrete from bottom to top along the roof. The treasure roof, with a diameter of 4 meters and a height of 5.5 meters, was an SRC, steel-reinforced concrete, structure, and positioning and reinforcing at a height of 70 meters posed significant challenges. The main entrance of the Memorial Hall is 17 meters high, 13 meters wide, 80 centimeters thick, and weighs 70 tons. It consists of 5 H-shaped steel and angle steel frames covered with steel plates. The door leaves were slowly lifted using 2 hoists, fixed on wheels, and then welded in place. The waterproofing of the main hall roof utilized a single-layer, self-adhesive, rubberized asphalt polyethylene waterproofing membrane, which not only facilitated quick construction but also ensured durability and resistance to deterioration. The exterior and interior walls of the main hall are covered with 12,000 square meters of marble, with each piece measuring 3 centimeters thick. The marble was installed using the hanging method to prevent contamination from the cement components of the wall. The construction process for the hanging method involves preparing the wall surface by chiseling and cleaning, followed by layout, drilling, embedding expansion screws, and stainless steel anchors. Finally, the marble is installed from bottom to top using the hanging method. The bronze statue of Chiang Kai-shek in the main hall stands at a height of 6.3 meters and was sculpted by Professor Chin Yifan, presenting a lifelike appearance. The embossed copper plates on the gate are fastened with copper screws, and the round heads on the platform are precast with white cement and installed on-site. The platforms of the Memorial Hall and the Grand Approach are separated by plastic pressure strips. White cement and crushed granite were poured and then manually chiseled after drying. The main archway has a height of 30 meters and a width of 80 meters, with the inscription, Da Zhengji Jiang, on the top. There are 2 side archways, each standing at a height of 14 meters and a width of 20 meters. The roof of the main hall is covered with blue glazed tiles. The tiles are connected to the hanging bars with stainless steel wires and filled with mortar. The national emblem well in the main hall's second-floor main hall is made of fiberglass reinforced plastic, FRP, and covered with velvet cloth, located 30 meters above the floor. The area surrounding the national emblem features wooden brackets and various cloud-shaped patterns, all meticulously carved from high-quality dry hinoki wood. The ceiling of the first floor of the Memorial Hall is decorated in traditional Chinese style, with plain and beautiful ceilings, palace lamps, colored paintings, and painted decorations. The park is surrounded by a 1,200-meter-long corridor, with 18 different styles of lattice windows on the walls, changing in sequence. On December 7, 2007, under the government's Chiang Kai-shekization policy, the inscription on the archway was replaced with Freedom Square, but the grandeur of the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall remains. Located in the bustling city, the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall possesses a unique tranquil atmosphere and serves as a popular destination for people to visit at any time, easily accessible via the metro. The Memorial Hall also hosts various exhibitions, enriching the cultural atmosphere for the public. The first floor of the Memorial Hall features the Chiang Kai-shek Presidential Museum, where visitors can explore various artifacts, photographs, and simulated office reconstructions to learn about the past achievements of President Chiang Kai-shek. At the bronze statue area on the fourth floor of the Memorial Hall, a guard-changing ceremony takes place every hour, solemn and dignified. The Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, built with the hard work and craftsmanship of dedicated workers in the past, is not only a monument to a great leader but also an internationally renowned tourist attraction in Taiwan. Through the visuals, we can once again witness the exceptional abilities of these RSEA engineers and their participation in Taiwan's history and significant projects.